There are two huge things about fitness that I truly love. One is isometrics, and two is helping other people become successful in the world of fitness. That's why I'm an online personal trainer. And one of the biggest questions I get asked is, Chris, how do I lose weight and keep it off? Why not marry the two and see if you can use isometrics in your weight loss endeavors? The answer is yes, but let's cover exactly how this whole process works. When it comes to weight loss, the fundamental principle revolves around creating a calorie deficit, where the numbers of calories burned exceeds the calories consumed. While various forms of exercise, including both isometric and dynamic exercises, can support this goal, they have different impacts on metabolism, muscle activation, and overall caloric expenditure, which will influence weight loss outcomes. To lose weight, the body must burn more calories than it takes in, which forces it to tap into stored fat for energy. This can be achieved through a combination of diet and physical activity. The caloric expenditure component depends on various factors, including the type of exercise performed, its intensity, and duration. Whether you perform isometric or dynamic exercises, weight loss hinges on maintaining a constant calorie deficit over time. Additionally, preserving lean muscle mass while reducing fat is important for maintaining a healthy metabolic rate and avoiding the loss of muscle tissue during weight loss. Isometric exercises involve contracting muscles without any visible movement at the joint, and the key advantage of isometric exercises is that they allow for maximal muscle contraction without repetitive motion, meaning they can generate significant muscle tension with little to no impact on the joints. There are four main pros of isometric exercises when regarding weight loss. One is muscle activation, because isometric exercises can activate a large number of muscle fibers, particularly the type 2 fibers, which are responsible for producing greater force. Activating these fibers increases muscle recruitment, which can be beneficial for maintaining or even building muscle mass during weight loss, helping to keep your metabolism high. It's joint friendly, and since isometrics don't involve movement, they are ideal for people with joint issues or injuries. You can still generate a high degree of muscular tension without the wear and tear on the joints, making it suitable for those who may not be able to perform high-impact dynamic exercises. Then there's strength development. Isometric exercises are highly effective for improving strength at specific joint angles, but also with a spillover of up to 15 degrees in either direction, as per our debunking on the angle specificity myth. This increased strength can lead to better performance in dynamic exercises, which could in turn help with weight loss efforts as dynamic activities burn more calories. Lastly, there's increased muscle time under tension. Isometric exercises often involve holding a contraction for longer periods. This extended time under tension is a stimulus for muscle maintenance, which is critical for sustaining weight loss and ensuring the body continues to burn calories efficiently even at rest. As for the cons of isometric exercises, I can only think of one, and that would be a slightly lower caloric burn, because one of the main downsides with isometrics is that they tend to burn fewer calories during and after the workout compared to dynamic exercises, and that's simply because since there is no movement, the overall energy expenditure is relatively low, meaning it may not be the most efficient way to create a caloric deficit unless combined with other forms of exercise or dietary changes. Now let's cover dynamic exercises for weight loss. Dynamic exercises involve movement and muscle contractions that occur through a full range of motion, such as running, squats, cycling, or lifting weights. Dynamic exercises typically burn more calories than isometrics and offer greater cardiovascular and metabolic benefits. Here are 4 pros for dynamic exercises regarding weight loss. Dynamic exercises generally lead to higher energy expenditure both during and after the workout via the afterburn effect, or excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC. This makes them more effective for directly increasing the calorie deficit needed for weight loss. Many dynamic exercises engage the cardiovascular system, improving heart health, increasing oxygen utilization, and boosting fat oxidation, making it easier to burn calories and lose fat. Dynamic movements improve strength, coordination, and endurance across a variety of joint angles and muscle groups. This functional improvement translates well into daily activities in sports, increasing overall physical performance while contributing to more significant calorie burn. Lastly, High-intensity dynamic exercises like HIIT or circuit training can significantly elevate your metabolism even after the workout and enhancing fat burning throughout the day. Of course, there are cons, just like with our isometric exercises. The first one would be impact on the joints. High-impact dynamic exercises, especially repetitive or intense movements like running or jumping, can lead to wear and tear on the joints. Over time, this may limit exercise options or lead to injury, especially in individuals with pre-existing joint conditions. Lastly, during extreme caloric deficits or excessive aerobic exercise, the body may catabolize muscle tissue for energy, which can reduce lean muscle mass and slow down the metabolism, making it harder to maintain weight loss in the long term. Incorporating resistance training is essential to balance this out. So what are the keys to weight loss and long-term maintenance? I can think of 5 standout keys right off the bat. Because while both isometric and dynamic exercises offer unique benefits for weight loss, the most effective approach involves a combination of both alongside proper nutrition, and here's why. The first key, calorie deficit, is the primary driver of weight loss. It always will be, and it's a consistent calorie deficit. Dynamic exercises, due to their higher energy expenditure, can help you achieve this more effectively, especially when combined with a well-structured nutrition plan. Then there's muscle preservation. To prevent muscle loss and keep your metabolism high, incorporating resistance training, which can include both isometric and dynamic exercises, is critical. Preserving or building muscle mass ensures that your resting metabolic rate remains elevated, making it easier to burn calories even when you're not working out. That last part is really important. Then there's consistency and sustainability. Weight loss is a long-term game, and consistency is key. Isometric exercises can be a great way to maintain muscle and strength on days when dynamic exercise may not be feasible due to time constraints or injury. Meanwhile, dynamic exercises keep the caloric burn high and improve cardiovascular health. Then there's the diet. Ultimately, exercise alone is not enough for most people to lose significant weight. Dietary changes such as reducing calorie intake, increasing protein consumption, and managing portion sizes are essential for creating the calorie deficit required for fat loss. Lastly is metabolic flexibility. Training methods like high-intensity interval training can further enhance metabolic flexibility, which is your body's ability to switch between burning fats and carbohydrates efficiently. Combining this with isometric exercises helps maintain muscle mass and keeps your metabolism active. So while isometric exercises play a role in preserving muscle mass and protecting joints, dynamic exercises do tend to provide a higher calorie burn. A balanced approach that includes both types of exercises along with dietary mods will help create a calorie deficit, maintain lean muscle mass, and lead to long-term sustainable weight loss. Now, we mentioned cardiovascular benefit earlier in this video. If you'd like to learn exactly how isometrics factor in with your heart health, your cardiovascular system, I highly recommend you check out our video on it here, and we'll see you there.